We're in the series here at AWC Ambassadors Worship Center, and our title has been for over a month, Infused with the Vision. And I gave an example of red beans and rice. So now me and Pastor Nell is going to show you how to make our red beans and rice and how it ties in with the sermon series.
Yeah, and we're going to infuse a lot of ingredients. So just kind of bear with us, and we're going to walk through this, and we're going to try to go pretty quickly. So see if you can figure out the main ingredient, that secret in the sauce.
Okay. So you can see we have all sorts of recipe books. We have all sorts of ingredients and some secret sauces that may say something on the front, but it really means something else
In the back.
It's all my stuff. And so over here we have red beans, and these are the real red beans from the South. So Mississippi, Louisiana,
yes.
Camila red beans. You need organic red beans,
Right.
good stuff, right? Onions, green peppers, garlic.
Yellow onions.
Yep, yellow onions, garlic, green onions, bell peppers, organic turkey sausage, and then smoked instead of pork. Smoked, what is that? Turkey legs.
Turkey legs. And you can, with your family, you can decide what meat you want. I know down south that to be very authentic, we would throw in those ham hock smoke bones, maybe 2 or 3 of those. But we're in the Midwest, and we started eating smoked turkey.
Yeah. Yeah, smoked turkey is healthier for you, we believe. So here's the big deal. You have these beans that have been dried. And a lot of people, they will take these beans, throw them in a pot, put water on them, and start to cook them.
Right.
That process would take about 2 or so hours to do all of this. But my process takes about 12 hours to do. And I'll explain to you why mine tastes so good. And we have with us today our samplers. They better do it right, but they're gonna get the sample here in just a moment. Heather Henderson and Kimberly Jones. We'll see what happens. And they have been sworn to tell the truth. And the truth is, we love it.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. So here's the big deal. The big deal is not to do a 2-hour process where you pour beans in a pot that are dry and just cook them. The idea is to infuse them with flavor.
Right.
And the way I do that is room temperature water, and a lot of our ingredients are like cayenne pepper. We do sea salt that's added. Woo! Cayenne pepper, sea salt. There's parsley. I shook that a little bit too much. And this is the secret ingredient. It's sort of my mixture. Right?
Yeah, even I don't know what it is. And really, as you see, I'm just standing here. Normally it's the wife that's in the kitchen. Well, this is his specialty. And I must say, he has a very specific science about how he cuts, how he chops, and when he mixes and all of that. So it really is an infused process.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, everything has to have the same taste. We got cayenne pepper all in the kitchen now. So I'm gonna mix this. All these ingredients. Oh, and I forgot. I haven't opened this, but just a little bit of Louisiana. Just a little bit of that.
Louisiana hot sauce.
Hot sauce. And so what I'm gonna do is, instead of cooking this and bringing it to a boil, I would put my beans in the pot and then put this water in there. This would sit all night.
Overnight.
So overnight, the beans are literally infused with all the ingredients.
And once the beans have sat for that long, probably right around after 4 hours, these beans began to puff up, expand, because the water and the ingredients now have been, penetrated the bean and absorbed in it, which increases the robust taste of real Louisiana Cajun red beans.
So the dish is all about the beans. So when you get all the ingredients in the beans, when you finish your cooking process, it is beautiful and everything tastes like the beans. So they've soaked. Now, after they've soaked at night, then the next thing you do is you add your meat ingredients. So now when you start to add your meat ingredients, your smoked sausage, your smoked turkey, once you start to add this, then all of this begins to taste like the beans. It all becomes infused into one. All about the beans. This stuff is just supporting actresses.
And you don't have to use turkey legs. You can cut this off as much as you like, and it really adds more heightened flavor to your beans. So you don't have to do this. And like I said, you can choose to do pork or any other meat. And also, you can, most time, he didn't say this, but he may use 2 or 3 types of smoked sausages. And this is not just something he ran over to Baker's or Hy-Vee, those beautiful stores. This is actually our stash when we go south. We bring it and put it in our freezer.
Right. So now, once all that is infused and we have all of our ingredients in there, this cooking process will take 3 to 4 hours.
There's a whole lot of chopping, and at least he showed me how to do some chopping and peeling. Yeah. And I don't prefer doing the garlic, so I leave that for him, because you actually take a clove out, and what do? Yeah,
well, you take a clove out, you cut it up. Actually, several of these cloves would have been in the water. It's been infused all night. But you chop this up, and now some of it goes in your... I'm not going to do that. I really want to use it later.
I know.
You want to smash some?
No, I was just asking you, what do you do?
Oh yeah. So now it goes in the recipe and it's all cooked. So now, once this is all cooked, I suggest you let it rest for a couple of hours. The idea is infusion. Here's my point. So when I cut up these ingredients, here's my point. When I cut up these ingredients, bell pepper, onions, garlic, green peppers, whatever, I should be able to pick out individual parts in the recipe.
Because you don't want them to overcook. You want the individuality of after you have chopped precisely these vegetables, right?
Right. But you don't want them to overcook, so you can pick them out. So here's the deal. When I pick out this in the recipe and I taste it, it will taste like the entire recipe. The only way I'll know the difference is its texture. So the texture of the green pepper, I'll know it's a green pepper, but it's gonna taste like everything else. The onion's gonna taste like everything else. The beans are gonna taste like everything else. The sausage is gonna taste like everything else. It becomes an infused product. It's all the same.
So what you're saying is all the chopped vegetables individually have yielded themselves to the process of becoming the end result, which will be the red beans.
Exactly.
Got it.
They're all the same. So if we fold this into our sermon series, we may have individuals in our church. They look different, they're different textures, they're different nations, they're male, they're female, they do a lot of different things. But when people come into our church body,
yes,
regardless of whether they get me, Linnell, Heather, Kim, whoever, when they taste us, we know it's Heather.
That's good.
But you're just like AWC. We're infused with the same vision.
Right.
We do different things, live different places, speak different languages, but we're infused with the vision of our house. So if you want more of this, you can come tonight. I'll be sharing a little bit of this tonight, but this is our infusion process. And these are our red beans. Now, y'all know how I feel. Y'all know that if I don't have enough, I don't bring it in front of you, right? well, I don't have enough of this to feed, to feed hundreds of people tonight at AWC. But I think Pastor Nell may have a surprise for us.
So we are really wanting you guys to come to Ambassadors Worship Center, located here at 103rd and Fort. Service time, I guess, is at 7. We have wonderful worship, and come and taste our culture and be a part of it. So, drum roll. Okay, this is our finished product. That's hot.
So that is the finished product of my red beans and rice. And now we're going to allow Heather and Kim to taste it, and we'll see what happens. And ladies, remember, you're live on Facebook, and I am your boss.
And make sure you get a piece of that wonderful sausage, a little bit of the rice, and also the beans. What do you think?
Oh yeah. This is really good.
Very good.
Oh, so we're going for some more.
You really guys, you like it?
Wonderful.
I don't feel like I quite got the real taste,
Yes, exactly.
so I need to get some more of that.
Right, and then you can take your, if you like a little more spice, of course there's already cayenne pepper. This is when we always have a fresh bottle of Louisiana hot sauce on the table for our family and our guests, because you can spike it up a little bit. But, it wouldn't be right, Pastor, without our other, if you're going to make it hot and keep it hot, you got to have something to cool it off. What is it? Our beverage of choice in the South is a wonderful glass of sweet iced tea. So there you have it.
So
Excellent.
So this is what infusion looks like. It's a recipe, takes a little bit of work, putting it all together, but at the end of the day, you get a great product. And we just believe that this process at AWC gives us a great product. Wonderful people. We're all different, but we have one vision. We're unified.
Well, Heather has a question. What's the question?
Did y'all make some cornbread? Cornbread?
Well, that's the other thing. It's always wonderful to have a fresh pan of down-home, southern, crunchy, buttery cornbread. And my choice is to have that little corner piece.
Yes, but no cornbread today. This is the red beans and rice infusion. So we'll say peace. We'll see you tonight. And for those of you, well, obviously, if you didn't see this, you'll see it tonight anyway, because we're going to play it. So thanks to everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
Bye.